Going live.
Go. We are live.
How?
Oh, nice.
What is up?
Hello.
I'm Garo Gaming.
I'm Merlin Man the African.
And welcome to the
Bear and Bird podcast.
Back with episode 11, and we're here with more guests than normal. We have the wonderful Elliot here with us today.
Hi.
Good to have you back.
We also have Fresno's local cryptid Garrett.
Does IBS stand for I be shitting? Because that's what I be doing.
And then we have everybody's favorite black man.
A koala man.
A koala man. Nathaniel's back again. When isn't he?
And
You sound disappointed that I'm here.
Look, man, it's fucking one podcast. Take a break.
No,
You know what? You know what?
I'll be
Nathaniel,
putting
one
in
day I'm
archives.
gonna let
You
you
wanna see
run
it?
the podcast. Like, I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna let you invite whoever you want, and you guys can just run the podcast.
You know, he did
What?
that.
Did he?
No,
did you
I didn't.
hijack one of?
No.
No,
No, he didn't hijack my podcast.
No, but he did a stream.
Yeah, he
without
definitely ran
you.
a stream.
But that was
On your
Untitled Project.
Yeah, it was Untitled Project.
No. It was when you were.
Yes, I'm aware. I was passed out on my bed.
You weren't feeling well, and the boys were just like, "Ooh, we're gonna do a stream."
And they played something simulator
Or they like
Totally
drew
accurate.
something.
yeah, totally.
But that was
reliable
that
delivery
was
service.
Untitled Stream. That was Untitled Project.
Yeah.
Oh,
on
okay.
your account.
It wasn't a podcast. But one
On your
day
account?
I'm gonna let
It
Nathaniel.
was on Gibbo's, yeah. It was on Gibbo's account. I was at his house. He was like, I'm not feeling up to anything. And I said, okay, Ruben, come over
Literally
here. And
the
Ruben-
day I was feeling like complete garbage. I was bedridden, and all the boys came over and they're like, "Don't worry, we'll handle your stream."
And we did art on it. What did I try to draw? I drew something stupidly ridiculous. And then we played a video game, and they kicked me off, and I felt really sad. And then I went home and I cried.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's exactly
what
what
the
happened.
fuck did you just post?
What?
Haha,
What?
yeah, bitch. Haha, hey, oh my god, Ronnie, I don't care about your mans. I don't give a fuck for my rest of the dance.
I like how
It's funny
you
for
got
me.
midway through that and you're like, "Oh, I know what this is." I saw
Midway.
haha, and I was like, "Okay, it's just Nathaniel memeing in chat."
Well, it's Eli Beli.
Eli Beli's in chat. Kellen's here too. Whee!
Nathaniel just took over Gabe's channel for the day.
Yeah,
Okay,
sometimes
I'll
I'll let
go with that.
Nathaniel do that.
It's always fun when I get to take over people's streams because anything and everything happens. So like,
I like when me and Nathaniel start arguing on stream.
This is super funny.
It's
Oh,
hilarious.
shit. Sorry.
Because it just becomes a. Oh no, don't worry.
I'm playing Katana
stream-
Zero, and I'm stuck on a really hard mission right now, so it's like,
Oh man.
it's a good game. It's $10 right now in the eShop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Transistor is $3.99, and then the Ace Attorney original 3 games trilogy is only like $30. So I'm just like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I love
Oh, shit.
Ace Attorney.
Dude, I'm getting into it, and I'm so excited. I played the most recent game where I kind of just fell in love with 2 of the like technical like villains. I'm just like, oh.
Is something up with the audio? Does the stream sound funky? Here, I'm
It's something up with Nathaniel's mic. Oh yeah, Nathaniel and everyone sounds robotic, sorta. Oh, we sound robotic.
no.
Okay, hold on. Let me check the stream myself. Something might be wrong. Let me hear it. No, I think it sounds okay.
Yeah, we sound alright.
Yeah, Nathaniel, speak.
Nathaniel, spit some bars. Does he not exist?
Is Nathaniel gone? Did he go away? Garrett said we sound like alien robots. Okay, so we sound fine.
Okay.
Nathaniel, Koala Man.
We are getting some notifications that we sound like robots.
Yeah.
Alien robots.
Alien robots to be exact.
Alien.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, can someone play it back? Because I played it back a little to hear if my level was good, and it definitely sounded through mine and Ellie.
Okay,
The
I
name
raised
sounds
your
fine.
volume personally.
My volume's too low.
Yeah, it could be that too. Hold on. So I'm gonna max out your volume. I think Elliot sounds fine, but I'll raise it a bit too. Where's Koala Man?
Did he go take a poop?
Watch, he's gonna come back and be like, "That's fucked up." Okay, that should be good. Is
Oh, crap. No, I had to restart the whole mission when I was about to finish it. Sorry. This game really pisses me off sometimes. Ah, crap.
I don't know what this is about. No. I don't want to exit because I don't want to close Discord. Okay, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, everybody sound good? Nathaniel
Yeah.
is gone. Whoever spoke before him, so, I don't remember who spoke before Nathaniel.
Was it Garrett or Elliot?
Garrett.
Was it us?
It was me, I think.
It was both of us.
Both of y'all?
Oh.
Whoever was ranting about the, so, Elliot?
What was I ranting about?
Were you ranting?
I
You were
was
talking
ranting.
about something.
I was talking about Kadona Zero and I had to restart the whole mission because I ran into the beams.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, I do kind of hear what they're talking about. Like because we're running it through Discord, their voices aren't like crystal clear. That's just the price we have to pay with some guests. Because unless we get everybody like straight quality mics, some people are gonna sound a little different depending on whatever hardware they're using.
Hopefully, it's not too distracting. Like you can like still hear what the person is saying.
Yeah, I mean, because on stream, I think it sounds fine. It's just like they said, a little robotic. All right, so I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh, this. Me too. But you want to know what? I have some really cool things that I did before I came over here.
Oh,
So, for like the longest time, like actual years, like maybe 3 or 4 years, since I've been playing electric bass, there was this guy, forgot his last name, but his name is Scott, and he has bass lessons. He has a big old bass community that he's a part of.
ooh, thank you. I'm gonna take that. Gary.
For the longest time, I'm like, I really want to try his program. It looks really cool. I feel like I want to be able to play better. And on Thursday, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I bought his I bought an accelerated practice program, an 8-week program
okay.
to improve my bass skills because I don't have bass skills. Like, everything that I know is because I was taught, and I just kept that information. But like, I couldn't. Like, it was difficult for me to step out and do something different.
Oh,
So like,
I get what you mean.
yeah, like that's why I'm like, I can't do jazz. Jazz, it's just kind of,
Everywhere.
it's too everywhere. And I mean, there's a structure to it. If I could think fast enough, I could definitely do it. And I'm like, okay, well, this is a pattern, but my brain doesn't do that.
I think another thing it is because Angel came over the other day and me and him talk about music a lot. And him being the guitar wizard he is, you were also telling me the exact same thing. You have to visualize and hear your notes before you play them.
Yeah.
And he's really good at doing that because he'll hold down a chord and then he'll switch the chord, and then he'll strum it and be like, all right, that is that sound. And I'll sit there and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, for me, I have to rely a lot on, like, muscle memory. Jazz is fucking loud, but it's so good. Oh, don't do that. It's not the time to become enlivened. We alive up in this bitch.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about Nathaniel taking over streams.
Mm-hmm.
But we're past that now.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're past it now.
What the fuck? Where have you been? I swear to God, if you went to get another fucking pancake.
No. My little brother was playing Call of Duty.
Okay.
And he can't read yet.
Aw.
So he thinks playing Call of Duty is a good idea. And,
Aw.
and I had to help him.
Okay, that's acceptable. I was about to go over to your place and smack the fuck out of you.
Yeah, and you what, mate? What you gonna fucking
What, mate?
bitch?
You fucking...
You gonna I'll eat your ass.
Are you fucking stupid?
You fucking I'll fucking eat your ass, girl. We'll even fucking.
Hello?
People say literally.
I'll
Literally?
literally eat your ass.
I will literally fuck you up, mate.
British people be like, oh, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
YouTube. You're doing a live stream on YouTube.
Doing a live stream.
Nathaniel, teach Dylan how to read.
He doesn't want to.
Dylan doesn't want to do anything unless he thinks it'll benefit him, and the only thing he thinks benefits him is Fortnite YouTubers.
Teach him how to read via Fortnite. I don't know.
Fortnite is obligated to make a Fortnite Education Edition.
Yeah, actually should.
Oh my god, yeah.
But then that would also mean giving little kids Xbox Ones and PS4s.
For free.
Mm-hmm. Well, mobile.
Oh yeah.
Because every kid's got a cell phone or access to one.
Oh.
Or most. I shouldn't say every.
Yeah, most.
Sorry, food. Spice got caught in my throat.
Oh jeez. Food's good.
You can't go to school, so you have to be his teacher.
Uh-huh.
That's a bad idea. Don't let Nathaniel teach Dylan anything.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't let me teach. Okay. Story time.
Oh boy.
Okay, so it's a really bad idea to let me teach anyone literally anything because I'm like, okay, here's our subject matter. Now let me teach you how to do a sleeper hold.
Everything devolves into wrestling or fighting games.
Yeah, so high school PE. We're on the tennis courts. Good time. Teacher leaves. We're only boys on the tennis court. Oh fuck. So Koala Man does this. Koala Man starts preaching to the class.
Oh, he
about
just disassociated.
how-
He's like, it was not me, it was Koala Man.
Koala Man.
No, this was entirely 100% Nathaniel. This was me. Nathaniel starts preaching to the class about how to do a sleeper hold. Why did I do this? I don't know. I taught Angel how to do a sleeper hold. And
Terrified of Angel.
I've told this story to Eli.
Eli.
I
I'm thinking they're addressing me, and I'm like, what? But then there's another
Sorry.
Eli, I guess.
I'm gonna have to apologize in advance, Elliot. Our buddy Eli is in chat, and we're really mean to him.
yeah,
Because he's
We're-
mean in return.
yeah.
Oh god.
So,
So
we are like,
if we're
Twinsies.
talking, if we're talking mad shit about it, Eli, it's
it's
not
never,
about
it's
you.
never gonna be you.
No, I know, but I actively just hear Eli. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like, because my grandmother calls me Daniel, but then I have a friend named Daniel who comes over, and she says Daniel, and we both look, and then there's like a part of her that she looks at me, she goes, oh fuck. It's really funny.
Continue.
So I'm like, how you gotta call me by my name now, huh? My God, my birthright name. I started teaching the class a whole bunch of dudes on how to do a sleeper hold, and in wrestling, people were like, "Oh my God, wrestling's fake." No, it's not. It's really not. We do it safely. We don't do it fakely.
Daniel, really
What?
quick. Sorry to interrupt your story, but I think you and my boyfriend get along because he was a wrestler too, back at Bullard. So that's interesting to know.
Different type of wrestling.
Different types.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nathaniel.
I do the high flying,
Like
high
WWE.
flying wrestling ring.
Oh shit!
Too many
Wrestling.
W's.
Yeah. So whenever we're saying like,
Nathaniel does entertainment wrestling.
yeah. So whenever I'm like, yeah, I didn't get to wrestle. I mean, I really didn't get to go out and perform.
Damn.
He's like a Black Batista.
Blood Batista. I started teaching the class how to do a sleeper hold, and I taught Angel 2 variants. There's one where it's normal arm around neck, hand secured, yeah, nice pose. And then I taught the one where you have your arm around their neck, and you take their arm and put it into a half Nelson, and you half Nelson arm is placed in your elbow crease, whatever. We had this kid named David in the class who adamantly thought everything about wrestling was fake.
Well,
Everything.
David Casavang?
Yeah.
Good.
Don't name
No,
drop
'cause
him. God.
Shit.
He doesn't watch my stuff.
Okay, cool. He thought everything about wrestling was fake. So I said, Angel, if you want to slap this sleeper hold on him, you can. I'm not going to be held responsible for what you do. So David volunteers himself to be put in the sleeper hold, and I'm like, okay. So Angel does the variant with the half Nelson variant, and Angel locks that shit. It's locked in, like it's secure. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, yeah, he's doing it. He's doing the thing. David starts flailing around. And he goes limp,
Oh my god.
and we thought he was playing, and we were like, okay, he's probably just playing, because like I'm like, okay, Angel's not putting this hold on for real. Like he's just probably like showing him that it's not. It could knock somebody out. He goes limp, and Angel drops him, and David falls straight to the ground, head first.
Oh.
He is out cold. He's KO'd. And I will say this right now: if the teacher hadn't been gone for more than 2 minutes, this happened immediately, and every kid looked at David like we just killed him. Everyone had witnessed the murder, and he's dead now. And here I am, the preacher to the masses. I taught Angel how to kill someone.
The cult leader.
I taught Angel. I taught him how to kill Koala Man's wildin'. I told him how to kill someone, and we're looking at this kid like we just killed him. And y'all ever see like in Family Guy, and whatever is they have like poses like, oh my god, this dude's out cold. It was like Peter Griffin, his arms behind his back, he's like on the side, whatever. That's what David looked like. He was out. This short little Asian kid who was adamant about everything being wrong with my way of life. He's on the floor. And the teacher had been gone for more than 2 minutes. And we just killed this kid, basically. And we all just looked at him on the floor in a circle. And we were like, what do we do? I look at Angel, he's like, I don't know what to do. And then he looks at me, and I said, I know I taught you, but I have no idea. I didn't think it was going to get to this point.
I didn't think we'd get this far.
I didn't think this would ever have happened, ever. So he's on the floor, and we're looking at him, and then he starts moving, and we're like, oh god, he's alive still.
Put him down.
Because there's something about, being knocked out and you hitting your head that can really fuck you up. The teacher comes back, and everyone acts like nothing happened. And it was
As it should be.
funniest goddamn thing.
Funny as shit.
No shit. I have
That was in PE. I have a lot of PE stories.
And then 2 years later, you became a real wrestler.
Yeah, everything is good.
Everything worked out.
Everything worked out. If you ever combine me and Angel together, in like a sort of athletic, sort of capacity, shit gets funky really fast, and it's really funny. We were playing badminton, and it was the greatest goddamn thing.
Dude, okay, no lie, badminton was my shit.
Badminton was
high school.
hella fun.
Dude, you know how intense the guys' matches were?
Dude, we be diving for that shit.
We were like...
I remember I was on the team with Angel, of course, Angel, and fucking we were playing next to the bleachers. Then the bleachers were all like in the wall form, and Angel, like dead ass, we were playing. He would dive for it. And I think he dove and he hit the bleachers, and that shit was mad funny. And then we were going hard for. It's the greatest thing. Badminton is super fun.
I have a PE horror story. Not even a horror story.
Ooh, PE horror story.
It was year 1, my freshman year, and I took this thing called, if you're not aware, it's called, what was it called? Theater movement, that's what it's called.
Okay.
And it was nothing like normal PE. Like, we still had to run the track, had to do push-ups, we had to do stretches and stuff. But we got to do, fencing, like all the stuff that we did was conditioning, because we did fencing, we did gymnastics, with some shit.
Man.
We did miming. What's that called?
Miming?
Miming? I don't know. Yeah. No, depressed clown.
Clowning
adults.
No, I never knew that would be a part of like a gym class for theatrical arts.
You gotta be a mime.
No, it's
There's a thing.
pantomime.
Pantomime,
that-
yes, thank you.
Oh, that's
we
right.
did
You were
juggling,
too.
too.
Yeah.
Were you guys in together?
No.
So my first year, it was a big class. I took it again my junior year, and there was literally like 7. But my first year, there were like 25 people in the class, and we're shoved into this tiny little amphitheater, and we were starting off doing pantomime, and the teacher's like, "All right, I'm gonna put some papers in a hat and pass it around. Everyone take one paper, and on the paper had animal that you had to imitate." And this one kid got like monkey or chimpanzee or something like that, and he was like on the stage and he's like walking around on his nipples, right? And he like jumps down and he starts interacting with the class like one person in a hat, he'd like grab their hat or grab their glasses and like into, like a real animal would. And
Yeah.
he's like, he gets up on his like legs, regular legs I guess, and he's like joking around, right? And he starts like running from side to side, and he's wearing socks, and the floor is hardwood, so it's real slippery. And he goes flying towards this wall. And he's like trying to stop, but he's wearing socks. He slides across the floor, and on the outer wall was a row of mirrors. And he goes, and I will never forget the sound he made. It was so funny. He sounded like a car screeching right before an accident, but he slides towards the mirror. He goes, and and it shatters. And all of us, all 24 of us, are just staring. And some of us turn around, look at the teacher, and the teacher, like, he doesn't even look surprised or mad. He just holds his hand over his mouth and doesn't say anything for a long while. And the rest of us, we all stand there, or we're sitting down, just slack-jawed. And then probably like 25 seconds pass, and kids start pulling out their phones and taking pictures.
Oh my
And
Okay, really quick.
on the shattered glass, just stare. He got cut up real bad, like on his face
Oh,
and his
no.
arm,
Oh.
but he was
fun.
fine.
Garrett, I think the one kicker would have been if someone said, "A chimpanzee!"
Just at the end.
That would have been hilarious. And that's...
I apologize. I'm really not that great at telling stories, but
No, these are great.
it was
Oh
real.
my god.
Oh my
I think
god.
the
That's
reaction
pretty wild.
was funnier than anything. Like everyone just standing around, no one said. for a long time.
Oh my god.
And he fucked that mirror up. We weren't allowed to go into the room. We had to just sit outside. Just had to sit for the next 2 weeks while we got the mirror fixed.
Oh, that's crazy.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I don't think I have any like real crazy high school stories like.
Oh, what are you talking about, Gabriel?
What?
You straight grabbed this dude by
Okay,
his
look,
neck.
that's a different thing, all right.
Wait.
That's the crazy one.
Hello?
Oh, the,
When I threw the guy into the urinal?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I've told you guys.
Now you have to tell it.
Okay, well, okay. I think the podcast has heard this story, but you two haven't, so you guys have to deal with it if you've heard it already.
It's the greatest story.
So to give you some context, you guys know I went to Cambridge, right?
Yeah.
So the reason I went is because I requested to be transferred over because I started falling behind on credits. I wasn't sent because I wasn't sent because I was some bad little kid.
Problem child.
I was just trying to catch up. And so I requested to be sent to Cambridge. I went to Cambridge. And for some reason, some of the kids over there, because a lot of them are there because they want to catch up. Others are there because they're shitheads. And there's this one person in particular. I can't remember what his name was. Some of my friends from Cambridge might know him, but what's a good name?
Felipe.
No. He definitely looked
Bob.
like
Oh,
Look like an Adrian.
he looked like his name was fucking
Pierce?
no, it's just some little Mexican kid.
Oh.
We'll call him
Javier.
Javi works. We'll go with Javi.
Oh, that's it.
So this little fucking Mexican kid didn't like me because I did my work. He thought I was smart. I was really just doing the bare minimum. Like I was just doing my work, answering questions, getting my fucking credits, and this little kid was like, "Oh, look at this smart ass kid, whatever," and he tried to pick on me, and it was really stupid because he would like keep trying to harass me, and then one day, I went to the restroom. This was during class. I went to the restroom, and he was in there with his buddies. So I went in, and I did my business in the restroom, and then I get out, and I get out of the stall, and he's like saying whatever like mad shit he's talking about, and then he tries to swing at me, and when he swings at me, he shoots over my head, and he's shorter than me, so I like two things went through my mind. One is like, are you that fucking stupid? And
Stupid.
he's like, "Are you stupid?" And so the things that went through my mind, one is like, "Are you stupid?" And two, I'm gonna end you right here. So he swings over me, and I'm pretty sure the only thing, like, I really want to hope from his perspective, all he sees is my hand come up for his throat as I grab him and push him towards the urinal, and the urinal broke.
Oof. Damn, dude.
And then he was there with two guys. They were probably like about the same height as me, but they weren't as big as me. Not that I'm strong, I just look bigger than most people. I go, I wash my hands, and then I look at them, and then I just walk past them and go back to class. And that kid stayed away from me for the rest of the year.
Good. He learned his lesson. Not to fuck with you.
And it was because, like, at that school, if you get into a fight, you're, like, immediate expulsion. Like, no questions. So this kid wasn't about to, like, rat me out or anything. So I was like, yeah, I should be fine. He doesn't want to be known as the urinal kid.
But now he's known as Urinal Kid.
Oh, like, anybody who knows about it, like yeah, it's fucking urinal kid.
I can't believe the thoughts. One, are you stupid?
Are
Two,
you stupid?
I'm going to end you here right now.
Like, because when I grabbed him, he had like a long neck, so when I grabbed him, all you heard was, like, you heard me fucking grab his neck and like shoved him to the side. And he was one of those Mexican kids where their Adam's apple kind of popped out a bit. So I grabbed him, and just threw him to the side.
Goozled him.
You got him good.
Got him good. I don't wish the worst for people, but I sincerely hope he cried that day.
Dude,
You know what?
I
Same
can't,
hat.
I can't imagine your big meaty claws wrapping around some kid's neck. I can't. Because like in wrestling, you know, we have to choke slam, right? But you
Yeah.
don't grab them by their neck, you know. You kind of just like grab them with your index finger and your thumb. But I imagine you full hand grip, finger to finger, like index to pinky finger wrapping around his neck. As like,
Yeah, one picture of the kid, and he's like his whole like he's getting hold in the like there's a hand, and it's like like that. I feel like that's the image I see when Gabe says that.
is it a black kid? Is it a black kid?
that one.
So I imagine you ever see like the picture of the black kid being held by his face or something like that or the other, and he's just like ah. I have to find that picture. I'm gonna send it in the Discord.
Send it. You gotta show them
speaking of
what
the
we're talking
Discord,
about.
if you're not already, you can go ahead and join the podcast's Discord provided in the link below. So you can chill, chat, and recommend topic ideas. Very spicy shit. We have
found it.
sinful. Oh, you found the pic, Nathaniel?
I found the picture that I'm going.
I was gonna say, have you guys thought about making like a voice call channel so that when we're in call we can send stuff there?
I don't know how to set that up. If you could.
I can do that right now.
All right, cool. Because it'd be great to have like a thing where I can just switch it over to
There you go.
to Discord so they could see like some of the stuff we post.
Yeah. Instead of like, yeah, it would be a voice chat mainly. So I added that. There you go.
Cool.
I sent it in the sinful memes.
Yes. I love that
What is
picture.
That's what I think Gabriel's hand was like around the kid's neck.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna choke.
Oh my
shit.
fucking god, it's so good.
Oh my god.
I think the best part of that encounter was like the look of realization on his face as soon as I grabbed him. Because like as soon as I
There's like
grabbed him,
several different things that goes through a person's mind as they're being grabbed by the neck.
because like this dude, this kid had like, this dude had like I don't know the exact analogy I'm trying to make, but it's like he talked a big game for like not being able to stack up, and fucking
Tough talk for a fellow with a small cock.
But he like looked angry at me, and then I grabbed him by the throat, and then
And
all
it
I
was
saw was
instant
sorrow
regret.
in his eyes.
Sorrow!
Like
He
his
was-
eyes looked at me begging for mercy, but by then it was the point of no return.
I really want this to be like edited. No, I want it to be animated of like of us talking about it, and it's happening in the background while I was talking. And I just want to see Gabriel, his hand moving at the speed of light, grabbing this kid, JoJo style, by the
Oh
neck.
my god.
Fucking oh my amor, shimeru.
Morning.
He fucking died.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
I don't think I have any wild high school stories, but that's good.
That's good.
You know what? Same hat, but then again, I just you know once you graduate high school, you kind of get the key, lock that up, and just toss it. That's me.
I had to wash my hand from touching him.
I was like, it's time to move past this because I don't want my high school career to like follow me. That's why I just stay away from people I haven't talked to since high school. So I'm just like, you keep that image of me. Like, oh my god, Kermit. Oh wait, Gabe, you know
What's
what
up?
game I think you would really like?
What?
Katana Zero. It seems up your alley.
Which game?
Katana Zero. They have it
Katana
on.
Zero.
Yeah, they have it on Steam. It's by the same people who made Hotline Miami, which I think. Hang on,
I
it was like,
want to get that game. I have it on
Oh.
my wish list on the
dude, how much is it? I will give you the money so we can play together. So we can play this game and just have a good time together.
Give me 2 seconds.
I will get it for the both of us. I will send you the funds so we can play this game and just be like, bro, do you remember that one part? I'm like, yeah! I'm gonna send you like the $10 you need for Katana Zero because it's only $10 and it's by the same people who make Hotline Miami. And it's so good. It is such a good game. And it's all pixel based, these two games. So I'm a big fan of that. I like settle indie games in a sense that have like that pixel-esque like way of things. Like I really like it because it just feels more there's a more of a like a attention to detail comparable to like games that have like a specific realistic stylization and or like just like games outside Nintendo tend to just fall into the realism like flatter, and I'm just like I would like to see something that's stylized, and that's why I really like pixel games. Another good game I think you guys would like would be Owl Boy, but I personally feel like it's not worth the $24.
A really good pixel game that I like is Death Road to Canada.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
I
I've
played it on stream. I actually made you a
really?
character in that. Yeah.
You made
I don't
a
have
character
it.
of me?
Yeah, I made a character based off of you and Garrett.
Woo! Starts crying. Instantly starts
It was a
Really?
shame. You know what? It's so sad because I think Elliot made it to the halfway point on that run.
Oh.
And then
And I
like you
died.
straight like kamikazed yourself in a bunch of zombies. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
I
And then
would do
Garrett-
that.
And then Garrett made it right before like the final gate
Oh shit.
and got swarmed.
Damn.
You did go down like literally swinging though. You had a katana at the end for some reason.
Nice.
Like I don't get. You had a chainsaw, but you're like, nah, katana, going out anime style.
You know what? If there was ever an apocalypse, I would probably be like, a gun, no a sword.
I mean, they're more practical.
Yeah,
Why-
sword.
Yeah.
Like the
A gun can break, but a sword won't.
Yeah,
You gotta
Yeah.
get that shit polished.
and ammo count and swords are just cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to the Nintendo Switch
I
store.
thought that was
Uh-huh.
Storm Rancher.
No, and I'm looking at the games that Devolver Digital's done because I realized I like Devolver Digital. I like the games that they make.
What
I was
games
like,
have they
oh,
made? Can you?
They made
oh, this
Enter
is
the
pretty
Gungeon.
good. And then
Oh.
Into the Gungeon.
Mother Russia Bleeds.
Yeah, Mother Russia Bleeds.
My person trying to get me to play Into the Gungeon because he's done with that game. Like he finished, like he completed that game. Like he's done everything he can in that game. He's like, I no longer want to play it. And he's been wanting me to use his Steam because he has a whole bunch of games on there. And I'm like, do I want to?
What
Because
the
I-
fuck?
No, well,
What the fuck?
What is
What
that?
happened?
What the fuck?
What is
What?
that game?
This is Mother Russia Bleeds.
Yeah, Mother Russia
So,
Bleeds is
me-
like a
Me
beat 'em
and
up.
Daniel, we've had a habit of playing Roblox games together, where we'll sit down and we're like, let's try this game, and we'll see how that goes. One of the games I found was Russia
Russian
Simulator, and it's just Paper Please, but an MMORPG,
And
That's
everyone
so
is a
cool.
role player.
and like you actually have to get papers, and you have to go in, and you have to give yourself like, what are your reasons for being here, and if all your stuff checks out with what's on your papers, you're allowed in. And it's straight crazy because there's like a group of characters that just play as guards. So the front whole area is surrounded with people with guns, and they're like, stay in line or we'll shoot. And I'm standing there, I'm like, I just came here for a good time.
Weren't they like, show me your passport, and then you
Yeah.
showed them not your passport, and then he was like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, show me your passport, and I think I gave him my my documentation, like my work slip, and he's like, yeah, whatever.
Oh my god.
And he just looked over and he's like, yeah, that looks good to me.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty
then I walked into the first gate, and the dude's like, can I see like papers, please? And I show him both my things, and he's like, all right, everything checks out. Kill him.
What?
And I was like, wait, no, I can be here. And the guard, like, all I saw is 3 guards line up, and they start shooting at me.
You are not eligible for death.
I'm like, I guess my papers checked out for death. Roblox is straight crazy. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, Angie's in the chat.
Merlin, okay, I have a funny story to tell you guys. So, for the past, like, couple of weeks, I've been over at my mom's house watching my younger brothers, and my biological brother, Johnny, I didn't know he has a Reddit account, and here's the kicker. He's very, popular on there because he runs, like, a Minecraft Discord. I'm like, hello? My little brother. And I'm just sitting there, like, how come you never told me this? He's like, oh, because I think you're too cool. And I'm like, I feel like you're thinking you're too cool. And he was showing me something he made, and it had, like, I don't know how the Reddit system works for, like, is it like notes?
Karma.
He had, like, 8.7, like, 8K, like,
Jesus.
karma. And I'm just sitting here, like, hello? And he's just like, oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
another day.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there like, brother, hello? And he's like actually just playing Roblox, just ignoring me, and I'm just like, who is this child? This is not my brother. And
Your brother's ascended to the cool kid.
well, he is like 12, so I'm like,
He's a cool kid.
Cool kid. He's just cosmic.
I was just like baffled. I was just sitting there just like, wow. And he's been trying, oh, that's the new villager that moved in? Sorry. He's been trying to get me to draw him something, and like, I'll draw it for him, but I'm just kind of swamped with commissions right now. So like, every time I wake up, he just sits there and he's like, so when are you gonna get my request done? And I'm just sitting there like,
Your brother's a G.
He's like, I'm gonna need that by Saturday morning.
8 a.m., you know, on the dot. It's not,
I'd like it sent straight to my email.
Can you fax it to me, actually?
you wanna know what's funny? I have his Discord.
Oh man, that's great.
It's just so weird because it's just like my brother's growing up in front of me and I don't like it.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's okay. Whenever Carol,
Yeah.
whenever you say like I know how you talk about your sister and stuff. In my mind, your sister's still super small to me.
Dude, like every time I think of my little sister, I'm like, she's like 9.
Yeah, right, or something.
Like I remember her as being a kid, because I see her every year. So I've been like, I know that she's growing.
But it's weird.
Because randomly I'll be like, oh god, my little sister's 14. And I'm just like, god, I have to break her kneecap. She's getting too tall.
It's so weird. Getting old sucks.
It sometimes does.
It's what do you mean? I can barely stand up straight. That could also be attributed.
We don't
to
talk
myself.
about the hurting joints and bones. I worry more about the fact that I keep forgetting that I'm 19 years old. Like, I'm like, yeah, you know,
You're
I'm
19?
I'm 19. I forget that sometimes until I, like, go onto an adult website, not saying what, and they're like, we gotta make sure you're over the age of 18, and I'm like, am I? I'm 19. I can be here.
Corn.
Is it to read your
It's not
bars?
Pornhub.
I know.
It's to read your bars, isn't it?
I entered the local
No, it's
adult
not.
store that's in our city, and the lady's like, how old are you? She just to confirm. And I was like, 19. And she's like, mm-hmm. Can I see your ID? And she's like, oh, you actually are 19. Like, I totally
Am
forgot.
I the oldest one here?
No, Nathaniel is?
Wait, how old are you, Nathaniel?
I'm 20.
I'm also 20.
I'm
what
20
year
as
were you
well.
1999.
Oh, you might be older than me. What month?
December.
December what?
6.
Oh, you're older than me by like a whole
Ah!
5 days.
Wait, isn't Garrett older? Because
You
Garrett's
know.
birthday's in the beginning of the year.
But theirs is
Of
at the end of
2000.
the... Oh, yeah, 2000.
Oh, okay.
She's
Damn,
old.
Damn, I feel
Just
old.
Like a couple weeks.
Garrett's older than us.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's funny because I don't look 20, so I always get carried places, and I'm just like,
Yeah, Elliot, you really should have. Your mom should have held you in for another like 14 days, and you could have been a millennium baby. No, I was I was 2 whole weeks overdue.
Bruh, me too.
What?
I came out with the
Induced
full
the
head.
labor. They had to induce. Yeah, the doctors had to induce my mother's labor, and even then, I was like, not ready to come out. Like I was fully formed.
You were in there and you're like, please, I don't want to go out there.
It's like, wait, don't evict me yet. Please, wait.
I'm not ready
Yeah,
to pay rent.
I knew it was up.
I think I was already 2 weeks late, so I didn't get that passed.
I think I came out earlier.
I think I came out on time.
No, I was early. Never mind.
I'm the only one here who's almost
Don't worry, Gabriel. I was born to be a drug runner.
You sure were. And that shit's still funny to me.
Why is
I
that
was
funny
born
to
by
you?
a slip of the pills.
Because it's...
Oh,
Because I was one, dude. What are you talking
Oh
about?
shit! Oh fuck you! Oh shit! Bro, we're just switched. That's what happened.
I need you to stop being me. Right
I need
now.
you to stop being me.
Like, you know how, like, bullshit this is right now? Like, for the past 2 years, we've been on the same wavelength. And I need you to stop.
Bro, you're just no. It's my
damn.
wavelength.
He's just telling you, like, no.
It's my wavelength. You think like me. I don't think like you.
You guys think like each other. You guys share a singular brain cell together.
We have a collective 3 brain cells between us, and one keeps transferring shit between us.
No,
I'll be
it's like
completely honest.
you have yours, you have yours, I have mine, and then we have that one we share.
What's up?
I think me, you, and Garrett are just a symbiotic like relationship. We bounce off each other.
Yes.
Everybody feeds off of each other.
Like sometimes we have our same brain moment. Like we have the same moment sometimes, and it's just like, huh? And we have something completely different happen to us. We're like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, are we all living in the same timeline? And then it's like, oh, no, never mind. Timelines diverged.
Merlin, if you're playing Animal Crossing, I might open my account right now.
Oh, okay. I'll probably.
Yeah.
I might hype on. I'm not hype on. I might hop on later.
Okay.
Because I just remembered I need to take a test before 9 o'clock tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then we'll wrap up the stream like around 5:30.
that's fine by me.
Okay, so
I like your
here's the
test.
topic.
My test it's 120 minutes, so it's about 2 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but I have to cross-reference the textbook.
Did you bring your test?
It's online.
Okay.
I have exactly one real-life textbook, and I could probably find that shit online bootlegged from Russia, which is
If
my
it's
favorite shit.
if it's anything for like, what class is it for?
It's for music theory.
Oh yeah, I can't help you there.
Yeah, we have. Okay, hold up, wait.
What?
So
Yes.
my music theory textbook is really, really bad.
Oh
Really
God.
bad. I'm not gonna get into all the music theory conspiracy shit because there's a bunch of fucking music theory shit. But let me tell you, in music theory, the first thing you learn how to just like discern and like talk about is you learn about chords
Mhm.
and triads and all that shit about note placement, right? And so
Okay.
you would think that after you learn about triads and chords, you would talk about seventh chords because they're super important. But that's not until the back of the fucking book. So you and the textbook company sets it up a certain way so that you have to go through chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, instead of going chapter 1, well, we really need to go to chapter 9, but instead, we're gonna send you to do something that you don't even fucking know yet. So, the book is set up stupid, they don't explain it right, and there's... It makes me angry, because it's just shitty at explaining shit.
Yeah!
Yeah, fuck textbooks.
Death to the college!
And it sucks, and all the music teachers at City, all the music, eat the rich.
I don't even want to eat the rich. I just want to watch them kind of like. I don't want to give them the luxury of being eaten. I just know I want to watch them rot. Just like
For the rich!
decompose. No.
But what I'm saying is like the textbook sucks, and it's bad at explaining shit, and it makes me angry. Because I'm like, I don't know how to do this thing, and they explain it. It's like, alright, I want to know how this chord works and where it works. And it says, well, you know, it works. And then it gives some really dumb-ass explanation for how fucking Beethoven and Haydn used it. And I'm like, no, but that's not what I asked for. It's like, I'd like you to explain to me when I can use this, and it's like, I was born at a very young age. And that's the explanation. It's like, you useless pickle. You help nobody, and you cost...
Too much.
The book costs like $200.
Oh, I way undershot it. I was gonna say 90. That was,
The book
I was gonna say
costs
130.
$200 USD.
Don't go into music, kids.
For a couple of
Go into music with...
papers.
I mean, at least you're like learning about music. I'm jumping in, not knowing what fucking thing.
Let me know if you want to learn something. I can teach you.
Daniel's learned from scratch how to make music. It's
I feel like depending on what you're learning, like learning at freelance tends to be better because you don't have the distraction of class or the distraction of being held back in the class due to other people having like not the same wavelength of you when it comes to learning. So like that's why personally I do other classes like that I know I can do well in a class setting, but other ones I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna just take this online. So I don't even deal with people holding me back in the course.
Oh no, I'm one of those people. So because I didn't really have... I had a good music education in high school, right? I had teachers who were teaching me music theory. Here's the thing, though. I'm not very good at retaining my memory for things. So when I got into the music theory class, my first semester, everyone was about the same. I was about the same wavelength as everybody, you know. Everyone was like, well, what does this mean? What does that do? And what is this for? And how do we do this? And I was like, cool, I'm learning a lot. And I switched teachers. And everybody, the students themselves, and the teacher was like, I've never taught this class before, but I'm going to teach you what I know. The other students in the class are like, oh, so it's da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da. And it's like, well, Beethoven in 1894 did da-da-da-da. And it's like, oh, yes, but I can conjecture that da-da-da-da. And I'm like, huh? I feel like I'm in the corner with a dunce hat. I feel stupid in that class. But bless these students because they know the struggle is real. They're like, well, we can explain it to you. But I'm like, thanks, but that still doesn't help me when I don't know how to fucking do the thing. So I feel stupid. That's like the only class I feel dumb in because everyone's like super musically minded. They're like, yeah, you know, I got.
Yeah, I feel that.
Music notes going through their heads instead of numbers.
Exactly. And I have big buff bar. I have big buff bar boys drinking coffee in the morning in my brain.
Big old pornograph titties flying like a blimp.
Oh my god.
It's just it's a bar, a hangout blimp that says we don't know what we're doing.
It's a whole horse topping pornograph, and that's all that's in your mind.
I feel that, especially when it comes to like the art side of things, because I you know, like a couple of people I had like kind of a falling out with recently were other artists, and the one thing they talked poorly about me would be that I'm not gonna make a good teacher. And here's the thing, like, they haven't seen me in action. I've worked with kids already, you know, and next semester I'll be a teacher aide at my brother's middle school. And it's just like, there's only so much you can retain for yourself before it starts you actively start to forget it, or you actively start like adding to it. So there's only so much you can kind of retain for yourself overall. And I have moments where I forget like the meaning of like specific like art kits and do's and the basics. And I do my best to present it in my own work, and I actively try to break my own boundaries. But it's just like every form of art's going to be different, just like every form of music's going to be different. And I hate when people are like, well, you have to know the basics, which is music theory and art appreciation and all that. And not everyone is good on the book level of things comparable to when they are in action. So it's just, you can't really keep that, mindset with everyone, because everyone learns differently. And it's best to work around what people can and cannot do, because then you can see where they're going to shred in comparable to what they're going to do bad in. Like, that's why I'm just like, please don't put me in a math class. Like, I begged my counselor, and I was in a math class, and I hate every second of it. But comparable to, like, art-based stuff, I know what I'm talking about. Is just, I explain things differently, and just sometimes people don't know how to catch on to that, and it's just like, I'm doing the best I can do for myself. Like, I had to explain what a horizon line was recently, and I know what it is, it's the line that's in between, it's the middle line, it's the mid-tier line between the top and the bottom of the paper, or whatever you're doing, and then you have your midpoint in the very center, and that's how you build perspective. And my professor said I got it wrong, but then I actually explained it right, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Like, what do you mean? How did I get it wrong but explained it right?
Yeah.
I don't know how, but you used the wrong formula and got the answer right.
Mm-hmm. But it's all really like how you, like, I have my moments where I feel dumb in a class, especially like art history. That's why I'm retaking it, but I'm technically the TA, so it's just like, it's a fun course. I just hate learning about stuff I don't care about.
I feel that on like a ethereal level.
I refuse to take an art class because I know what type of art I like doing, and an art class is only going to restrict me to learn different art styles when I just want to improve on my own.
Well, I can understand like why most teachers try for you to try to test the waters about things, because then that helps you grow your own style. That helps grow your style. Like, I sent Marilyn my my art process from last year versus now, and I learned a lot of things from studying other artists and being in an art class. I know it's not the same for everyone, but maybe I'm gonna suggest this to you. Have you looked into like lessons on like Skillshare, or any lessons provided by like an actual professional who can help you build that repertoire, what you want to do with your style? Like, there's nothing wrong like getting there yourself, but it's always good to have that those handy tips just in case.
Hey, this is a good time to say that our sponsor for today's podcast is Skillshare.
I wish.
If only.
Skillshare, please. I really need it. No, the closest I get to like reaching out for help is other artists who I deem I don't have that kind of level. No, it's more like artists that I really respect. Artists I deem worthy enough to teach me. I just look at other artist friends that I know who I really like their art styles, and I ask for advice. And that's really helped me to where I'm at now.
That's good. You're doing what's good for you, and that's what matters.
Because way back when, like, you saw when I posted like one of my earlier drawings versus where I'm at now.
Oh yeah, you've grown a lot.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how much I've improved. I've improved a lot within that same book. Like, my first drawing in that drawing book versus the last is completely different style. And I'm really happy with all the progress that I've made. Being an artist is fun, but I think it's just sometimes it's hard to think of things to draw.
Oh yeah, no, I feel that.
So lately, I just draw my characters from the story that I've been writing.
If you ever need like good advice for like thinking up a drawing, what I like to do, and this is my advice to you. You take it however you like. I personally have a Pinterest, so I go through like the stuff that interests me, and I take pictures that I like, and I start combining them with other things, so that I could start building a piece up. And I do the thumbnail of what I want to do, or like I like pickaroos a lot, so I do a lot of cool pickaroos, and I use that as like my reference for like a drawing, or I listen to a song that I actively enjoy. And like a personal song right now that I really do enjoy that has been getting me going creatively would be Prisoner by Dance Gavin Dance. Because every time I listen to that song, I have to close my eyes and just take in what, like the different sounds I'm hearing, the different, the chords of the guitars and the bass and the drums and everything else they have with that, and all the vocalists in it. It's just, I feel like a song that has a good meaning to who you are would help kind of kindle what you want to do next. It's just like looking at other stuff to see like what will inspire you. Like
definitely, music's a good thing for inspiration for me. Because with music, I listen to a lot of different types of music, and every time I hear music, I always think in my head, I'm like, okay, what does this song make me feel, and what in turn, what does that feeling make me envision? Because I remember I went to Afro's concert in last month.
I've been wanting to go to one, but I just never have time.
The orchestra one.
Yeah, that was in February.
So, because you had one back to back where it was
the beginning of March. It was beginning of March.
Beginning of March. It was the orchestra, and then it was the Latin jazz.
Yeah.
And back to back, it made me come up with a concept for a story that I really liked. I haven't put too much work into it, but because it's still like throwing ideas around it. And it's basically about these two kids who love music and want to travel the world to learn all types of music. And they go around on this big like Zeppelin that was made by one of the kids' parents. It's a whole story that's in a work of progress. I have a bit of art for it, but
they're adorable. They're adorable little kids.
Yeah, you drew them too, and I really like your drawings of them.
Do I have a picture of that?
Do you have a picture?
Me hand it over. I think another good thing would be like, have you ever done any studies? Like, you look at a picture and you're like, I want to draw that in my style. Have you done any of those?
Oh yeah, I use a lot of my really early art is a lot of reference. Except my first notebook has no reference in it, but like my what I consider my very like first art notebook is there's a bit of reference in there, a lot of freehand, but some of it I took inspiration from a piece where like, oh, I like the way these guys are standing in this pose, because one of the things I was good at off the bat was drawing emotion, which I'm really glad. My secondary thing that I got good at is I got good at drawing hands. And those two things have really helped out a lot in some of my art pieces.
You want to know what's funny? Because Merlin and Garrett have known me for the longest time. I never drew hands until like more of recent. Because like I don't like drawing them. When it was funny, I personally do better drawing feet. Please don't ask why.
You got a foot fetish element, huh?
No, I don't. It's just
joking.
A lot of my stories take place like the one I've been remaking as of recent. I renamed the characters and I redid the whole world. It's based off of like Arabian and Babylonian and Persian like mythos. So like a lot of the times they don't wear shoes, like especially the royals. So I'm just like, yeah, no shoes for these bitches. But and like my current like OC who I love dearly, Seraph, my DMC OC, she doesn't wear shoes either because she's like, I live in a temple and not parasite, paradise like Isla. So so yeah.
Yeah, over the years, I've gotten. For me, it's hard to draw legs. Like I can do a basic outline of it, but like anything below the knee is difficult for me. I've drawn. I can draw shoes okay. Shoes are fine. I can't do feet themselves.
On a good Tuesday, I can draw a toe.
For one of my covers for the series that I've been working on, it's the main character and he's standing in his thing, and he doesn't wear shoes because of the village he lives in. They're still very primitive, but they're fancy. They live like refugees basically. So this kid he runs around and doesn't really wear shoes, and on the cover that's how I drew him. And I looked at his feet and I'm like, why does he walk on potatoes? But yeah, that's. I don't know why that changed. I think it's just my style changed and like drawing certain features were.
I know, I feel that.
I like where my style is at currently, though. It's still very consistent, and I'm grateful for that because I have artist friends whose art styles aren't super consistent.
I don't mind like the debate when it comes to consistency versus inconsistency because like I feel. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just like my thing. I don't. It's not like if your art isn't consistent, it's bad. My thing is I like having consistency because I'm writing a story. Or originally I was making a comic and then I was like it'll be easier for me to write it out and then draw it. But one of my friends, she's also writing a comic, but she stopped because her art wasn't consistent. And because of that, the style kind of blended too much and nothing looked proper. It didn't look like it was. It looked like it was just a collage rather than an actual comic. I still really like her art style though. It's just my thing with consistency is if it's a comic, it should be mostly consistent and
I feel that.
as it gets later. Not that I rag on people who don't have consistent art. Sometimes they're the best artists.
I was gonna go into more like because there's a couple of comics I've been following for a long time, and the art from the start versus the art later on is just way different. That's like what I'm talking about. Consistency is a key point if you're gonna run a comic. But you're gonna still grow and learn new things. So as long as it's hard to keep consistent personally, but overall it's about what you do and everything. But yeah.
I get that.
For you guys have all seen Nathaniel, I'm not sure about you. We've all seen The Dragon Prince, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
We still need to watch season 2.
Season 2 is like 25 hours long though, from start to finish.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's way longer than the first one. But the animation, the difference in quality of animation from episode 1 of season 1 to episode 6 of season 1, insane. Because the frame rate is so terribly bad. But it's improved greatly. You can't even. I'm not sure if you just get used to it or if it genuinely has improved. But yeah.
Definitely. See, because my thing is, I like, because sometimes you'll watch an anime. My example here is Bleach. The art style is very different from the first season to the second, and then from the second all the way to because Tite Kubo, the writer of Bleach, his art style changes drastically throughout the series of Bleach. It's almost every new arc, the art style shifts a little bit. But it looks like a very natural progression. And I think that's the thing, where my friend who was doing the comic, their art style would be one thing, and then it'd look completely different, on the next panel.
Okay.
Is it like Kirby's Dream Land sort of art, then it goes JoJo?
Basically.
So this is why I kind of stray away from comic stuff. Like, I have had people ask me if I've ever wanted to do comic-based art. I do, but I rather do, like, in a way, like a soft novel where I only need to draw, like, an illustration for every couple, like, 10 to 20 pages.
Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna end up doing my story. Because I don't have the endurance to write a whole comic.
Same.
Afro and I once made a comic that was like that every panel had to be a different art style. Do you remember? It was like the adventures of Talone and Simone or something like that.
Yes, I remember.
Talone was like a super femme, like hypersexualized, very like cutesy, bisexual man. But Simone, was that his name? No, Tarolf. That's what it was. It was
Oh
Simone
God,
and Tarolf.
yes.
But Tarolf was super like macho mask, but he was gay, and they had a
Yeah.
dog that was like I wrote lore for this. Like I had a whole
Holy
mental
Lord.
picture. Simone had a girlfriend. What was the girlfriend's name? The dog.
Oh God.
That she was a dog, but with like a human face, with a hyper realistic human face and a super cartoony dog body. Yeah, I'm trying to like think. I
Sasha?
probably still have it. Say again?
Sasha?
No, I'll have to dig it up because I'm
Go
sure
to
I
the
have it.
archives.
Go into the deep archives. Oh man, I love going back on reviewing
It's
things that I've written.
wild.
I think I told Gabriel this. I would really love an anime where like every character is a different art style.
Yeah, that concept was really cool to me.
I think
Into the
like
Spider-Verse,
more or less. Yeah,
well, yes, but actually more like
more like
Lucky Star meets Kill the Kill meets like Dragon Ball,
Huh.
and like
A
they're all
lot
just
of
hanging.
there's a couple like I think a good one that kind of does it would be like not all the time would be like Annie and Stocking, but
Oh, you're right.
yeah, but overall you only see that kind of adaptation with style changes with most American like adult shows, and I think that's
Yeah.
great. But I would like to see that in other mediums from other countries.
I want to see a cartoon that's just in the Oingo Boingo style.
Yes. There's like a
Yes.
person on Reddit who just does.
Y'all remember
everything.
Kappa Mikey?
Yes,
Oh my God,
I remember
no.
Kappa Mikey.
That's an
Holy-
example of
Whoa!
everyone having a different art style. Every character animated differently.
Yeah.
I haven't
think I
heard
know
that
what
name in
this is.
forever. Holy fuck! Holy shit!
What is it called?
Kappa
Kappa
Mikey.
Mike.
Kappa Mikey.
I'm just sitting here like, what is that? Someone
Yeah,
tell
that's,
me.
that's
Holy
what I'm,
crap! I
you.
have not heard that name in actually forever. Yes, this is basically what it is. Holy
Oh.
fucking shit!
Yeah.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Thank you. Holy
the
fuck!
first thing I saw when it popped up, and he looked like the dude from the Brain Pop.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this dude?
Yo,
Oh,
dog, I'm like
okay.
tearing up. What the fuck?
Can someone send in the voice chat? I want to see.
Yeah, okay, hold on. I'll send an image of what I have found.
I can't
The
find
entire
any
first
videos.
episode is on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Holy crap!
Oh my! Oh, so last podcast we did, Nathaniel brought back the memories of Jacob Tutu, and I looked it up on YouTube, and they have the entire series on YouTube, like by the actual people, and that's crazy to me. So I'm like, dude, I can binge Jacob Tutu. Where is it?
I'm upset. Xavier Renegade Angel isn't on YouTube anymore.
Oh, it's
It's
not.
No.
not? No.
I wanted to go back and watch it because I wanna learn the whole quip from season 1 episode 10.
I posted it earlier.
Oh my god, that
Thank you.
quip is just legendary.
Oh, this show. Yeah, I've seen this one before.
Nathaniel, do you know about Xavier Renegade Angel?
Of course it does.
Of course I do.
My Twitter bio is just like 3 quotes from Xavier. Let me read them to you.
Me
Oh
and
my
Nathaniel used to
goodness.
say that shit to each other all the time. We'd get into a fight in a game and like we'd just recite that thing.
Oh my god.
What was it?
It was
Fuck.
where
You can lick and kiss and fondle and caress my sweet ass goodbye. You can flush me from the toilet of your mind because I am pissed, Tori.
It's so good.
My band teacher follows my Instagram and my Twitter, and I totally forgot that was what my bio was. My Instagram name is Captain Save-A-Ho, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh.
I gotta make a professional one to delete what I got.
Oh, I felt that in my bones, dude. Like, it's nice knowing, like, I have, like, 2 of my professors following me. So, like, oh, hi, Ewok. Mainly on just Instagram, because I never get on my Twitter, because I retweet a lot of weird shit. Ewok, why? My dog's like,
Twitter's
attention,
gay as
now,
fuck.
please.
I follow like 3 different gay porn stars.
Whoa.
Me.
And I forget that my band teacher sees I'm pretty sure she sees all the weird shit that I like, and she's like, interesting, Merlin likes a lot of different things, very interesting. I'm like, just put me on fucking mute.
Like, don't follow me.
Just
No,
put me
I
on mute.
hate that. Okay, so one of my friends, one of my mutuals, she's just like, did you like this from this account? And she sent me a picture, and it was like straight up just like 2 guys fucking. And I'm just sitting
2
there like,
guys? Fucking.
because I don't mind, because I follow like some of my friends like NSFW accounts on my main, because I don't have my own NSFW account anymore. And it's just like, yeah. I'm just sitting there just like, she's like, I asked her how she saw that, and like sometimes Twitter will literally throw you under the bus and be like, oh, so you like this, and I think your friend would like this too. And it's just, I'm just sitting there just like,
It's the.
Yeah, that's the thing. God, I wish I was a plantation owner in the 1800s so I can legally own Nessa and then Tails.
Oh my god, it's so fucked. Send that to the DC chat to show everyone. Man.
I'm gonna be honest, what you just read reminded me of my friend Rex, where whenever I see his tweets, I'm just like, did you just say that to me? Did you just
Fuck, I'm
tweet
having
that?
deja vu. This shit already happened.
Get the fuck off of my
It's a back shot
timeline.
of who's the lion from Lion King?
Mufasa?
Not Mufasa, his son. Mufasa.
Scar.
Simba.
Simba.
Simba. Yeah. No, it's a back shot of him, and he's like beefed out of this universe, and it's
Oh my god, that's
hey, and it says slavery was kinda awkward.
Oh.
I hate it here.
Oh my god.
I saw the I wish slavery
I literally
was
can't right
yes,
now.
I saw that earlier today, and I
Literally.
I literally hate it here. This
Okay.
place is giving me brain rot.
We have some suggestions.
Uh-huh.
I was
What, Nathaniel?
just I was going to try to transition into suggestions like 30 minutes ago.
My teacher was so
Oh.
polite.
Okay, well we got a few suggestions we'll do. The first one's from Sasha. So favorite movie of 2019 or just in this decade. What do you guys think? What are your
Knives
favorite
Out.
movies?
Knives Out.
Okay.
And Hereditary.
Mm.
Oh, Midsummer too. All of his work is really good.
I saw Sonic. No wait, that came out in 2020, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
that
It
didn't
came
count.
out.
Well, it's either like 2019 or just in this decade.
Oh, in this decade, that's like a big. That's a general.
I'm
Okay.
thinking
In the past
strictly
10
like,
years.
Yeah,
I
like
did
this decade.
see.
oh man, I have to widen my margin more.
Yeah, I
God.
saw Midsummer. I thought that was good. I mean, I think it was okay. I also did see Hereditary. Didn't like it as much as Midsummer. I think the best movie that was released this decade, Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
I feel
I'm
like
sorry,
that's
I'm
not
gonna
necessarily an
Count for
unfair.
you there.
Yeah.
I would say Into the Spider-Verse would probably be the best movie of the decade. That
Yeah,
was like
I really-
revolutionary.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed Into the Spider-Verse because one, it was a good take on Miles Morales, who
Mhm.
has not been done justice in the comic community.
Oh yeah, no, they just
Moana.
Yeah.
And if we're going by like mathematically the best movie, that'd be Infinity War, right? Followed apps, and that's
Endgame,
by
yeah. And-
by Frozen, right? But
So
I
you
wouldn't
said
say
that was
Frozen's a
good,
good
huh?
movie.
So Marvel movies. Let's say Marvel movies,
Mhm.
because I went to go see Black Panther like as a premiere, and
Mhm.
oh my god, like it was on and fucking popping.
Mhm.
It was really good. Plus a majority black cast. So we go Black Panther, Endgame, and then Into the Spider-Verse. I think that's it for me.
I think my favorite movie, within for me, it's gonna be the past like few years, because I could think of movies that came out like 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh, those are good movies. I think for me, Jojo Rabbit is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one right there.
Jojo Rabbit was so good. I really liked the story for that one. It was a
I
good
want to
mix
do our
of
top
comedy.
5 of the
Top
decade.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Did Scott Pilgrim come out within this decade, or is that
I
early
think
2000s?
so.
Can't remember.
I think it's 2010, right? 2013?
I'll check.
Yeah, well, I
Nope,
just read
that's-
something.
What?
I read something very. There's this thing going on Twitter. It's called "Add a Wrestler Ruin a TV Show."
Okay.
Oh, you talking about the Big Show show?
No. It's a hashtag going on right now. Add a wrestler ruin a TV show. Stone Cold Steven Universe.
What?
Instead of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steven
Wait
Universe.
a fucking second.
Star Trek: The Next Degeneration X.
Oh my god.
Wait, what is this called?
The Sweet Life of Zack Ryder and Cody Rhodes.
Zack Ryder and Cody Rhodes.
What do you look? Okay, so hashtag
Agents of Shield.
John Cena, Warrior Princess.
The Biggie Bang Theory.
Orange Cassidy is the new black.
what?
The Incredible Hulk Hogan.
My name is Earl Hebner. Everybody loves Rey Mysterio.
That's my favorite.
Buff Bagwell the Vampire Slayer. The Junkyard Dog the Bounty
I
Hunter.
forgot about Mad Max. Fury Road came out in 2015.
Okay, alright.
I didn't watch Mad
That
Max,
was
actually.
That movie's so good. It sucks that the main actor, he didn't win any like award for his role in that, but he won an award for like some like crappy like 3D movie within that year, within like the same decade. And it's just like, wow.
Okay, well, think about what Tom Hardy did in Mad Max. He
He,
sat in a
he-
truck and
he-
like
he-
mumbled. He
Wait,
had
so
literally like
he sat
6
in his
lines
truck.
whole movie.
He drove through the desert, shot some dudes, got some water, and went home.
Yeah, no, he
I
did.
feel like that deserves a
did
reward.
not have any fun. No, that movie did get some awards for its fight scenes, best choreographed
Oh.
fight. But no, it was
Okay.
all about Charlize Theron and the other girls.
I
know,
think
Lenny
go ahead,
Kravitz,
sorry.
Zoe Kravitz.
I think if I said like my top 5, you could tell the difference like with a jump. Like if I go start from 2010 to like 2019, it starts with animation movies and then it ends with horror. Parasite
What
came
are
out last
your
year.
top five? Top five?
My top 5. Recently I've been rewatching the Legend of Gahul movie because I fucking love the book series. I'm sorry, Warrior Cats suck. Anyways, 2010 would be the Legend of Gahul movie because that was a revolutionary for 3D animation and still holds up to this day.
Mhm.
I would say Toy Story 3.
Okay.
My brain's having a moment. The Missing Link from Leica Studios. All their movies are amazing and
Okay.
super underappreciated. And my 2 favorites for when it comes to like actually decently good horror would be Midsummer and Parasite. So suspenseful horror that builds up. I like that stuff. I like it a lot. I like movies that get my attention. I have so many more, but that's my bottom line right there.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely like Jojo Rabbit would definitely be a solid 3. Into the Spider-Verse, I would put it as my number one. I would think. Scott Pilgrim is definitely in like fourth.
When is part 2 coming out? When is part 2 coming out?
I know. Oh man, have you read all the comics for Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, I have.
I love Scott Pilgrim so much. I think because it's like it's very obvious Scott's a bad person.
Oh yeah.
He's just like he's trying and doesn't really know what he wants to do.
Mhm.
And it's very interesting to see his dynamic
Yeah.
with the characters.
He reminds me a lot of fucking Travis Touchdown. Like they're both terrible people, but they're doing their best.
My one gripe is that in the movie they didn't make Steven Stills gay.
Oh yeah.
Because he was in the comics and it was a wholesome bit. Another movie. What was another good movie that I really enjoyed? I think. See, like I don't go out and watch a lot of movies in theaters.
Mhm.
I'd probably have to say Infinity War would go in my 5th place spot. I didn't watch Endgame. I know
You
what
see
happened.
MJ Merlin?
I did see Endgame. That's because my mom wanted to watch. She wanted to watch Endgame and Infinity War, so she's like, "All right, we're just gonna binge all the Marvel movies."
I thought we saw it together at the theater.
Yeah,
Didn't we?
we did.
Yeah. Okay. I was like having a moment, like, oh.
And then I think another movie that would go up in my top 5, Naruto: The Last.
You know, you're right.
Mhm.
You're right there.
Because I think it's everything I really wanted for like a finale to Naruto.
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, that wraps things nice, very nice and neat. And then I'm out. So yeah, the last Naruto movie was one of my favorites. What?
This dumbass tried a 5-minute crap. He fucked up his carpet.
Oh, hey, goof. Hey, Nathaniel, what are your favorite movies?
Oh my god. Oh.
Slavery was kind of awkward.
He said The Lion King.
Nathaniel doesn't seek out movies.
I don't watch movies. I have to say, literally anything. In terms of movies, what are we talking time frame?
Well, anything you can remember that you enjoyed, because I know you wouldn't have watched any like a lot of recent movies.
Okay.
Just give me like give me one movie that you really enjoyed.
Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so like I don't have television anymore.
Uh-huh.
I haven't watched TV since fucking 2013 or 14. So I would say the first Spider-Man
Okay.
movie. Just because Randy Savage was in it.
That's fair.
So,
Boomsaw is ready.
Any movies that wrestlers make an appearance, they're like instant top. Like I love them.
What was that movie that John Cena was in?
Which
The
one?
Marine.
No, you're being an asshole. You know what I do to assholes?
Oh
lick
fuck
'em.
them! I lick them. It was
That's my favorite
something with
John
Amy
Cena.
Schumer or something like that.
Oh, it was an Amy Schumer movie.
I think it was, or some was a comedian. Fucking. Okay, Spider-Man. Y'all ever watch Joe Dirt?
Yeah.
Dirt.
I grew up with that movie. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Not a lot of people know Joe. Do you know what Joe's apartment is?
Oh no.
No? You ever
I
seen?
do remember watching that movie, but I saw that when I was like 8 because it was one of the movies my dad would put on.
There's a movie about this dude, and he had cockroaches in his apartment.
Oh, wait, I know exactly what you're talking
And they
about.
fucking
Joe's Apartment,
shit,
right?
yeah,
Joe's
Joe's
Apartment. Yes, I love that movie. Whenever they had it on Comcast, I would be like, "Can we watch this? Can we watch this?" Between Joe's Apartment and then The Fifth Element, those were like the movies I would watch
Yes, The
religiously
Fifth
as a
Element
kid.
is my shit.
I love you.
Koala Man's thinking right now.
Well, Garrett, do you wanna chip in your favorite movies?
I already did.
Oh, that was all. Okay.
Yeah,
I
Mad
forgot
Max.
that's-
Black Panther was good too. I second that. And Pacific Rim.
Mhm.
I think Brave was good too, but
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a Disney film, so.
It sucks that Brave gets a lot of flack from like critiques.
Well, mainly because I'm Scottish, so
Mhm.
I don't see a lot of like appreciated Scottish stuff, right?
Yeah, no, I feel that. Like, I feel like it was a good movie for the representation it was going for, but just a lot of people flanked on that movie a lot, including Disney of all things, and it's just like, okay.
Because she wasn't like a princess.
Mhm.
And she didn't find a man, and she didn't have a pretty castle. I don't know. It's just like she didn't fit like the stereotypical like
Yeah.
Disney princesses.
That's why, yeah.
She was a
and like,
tiny
um,
I
princess.
really enjoyed her as a character.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did too. I just hate when people put the comparison, like, oh, they stole the Brave is just literally Brother Bear. And I'm like, in a
No,
sense,
No.
like, I see where you're going with, but overall, these are two completely different stories.
Okay. Yeah, Kung Fu Panda 3 was also really good.
Oh, that's the one Kung Fu Panda movie I haven't seen.
Kung Fu Panda. The thing about Cars, the more movies they released, the more downhill it went. But for Kung Fu Panda, it just was perfect consistently.
I personally like 2 a lot. I think it's
What
the
was-
second one.
Oh, yeah, two.
You saw the second one? 2's really good.
Mhm.
What about you, Dave? What are your favorite movies? While Koala Boy's thinking.
So I'm thinking about the movies I took myself out to go see.
Mm.
And I want to say, like, the one that I really liked was Venom.
Mm.
Cause I'm
Ah,
a
yes.
music person, and I listened to Eminem's song for Venom, which is just Venom.
Venom. Venom by Venom.
Venom by Venom. I really liked Venom. I thought it was really funny.
You'll be this legless, armless, faceless thing, floating like a turd in the wind.
I always
Yes.
think about that. That delivery is always the best thing to look upon for reference. It's just too good.
Yeah, I really liked. So I liked Venom. Let's see, what other movies did I go see last year or the year before? Huh.
I feel that.
Well, I think
I felt that.
because you and I spend a lot of time going to the movies together,
That's true.
so
So if I had to put it like in a list, so we've got Venom, and it's in no particular order. I'm just listing them off: Venom, Black Panther, Jojo Rabbit, Endgame. Well, Endgame was okay. It was too fucking long.
I felt that. No,
Okay.
the whole time we were watching it, I was just like,
I
So
have
there
a
was
huge-
too many pauses in between like scenes. It's like we don't need like 3 minutes of radio silence. Fucking
Yeah.
do something.
I have a huge critique about movies. I really, really, really hate the fact that they're like, "Hey, we're in one area. Cool little transition. We're now in the city." I don't like that. I really hate that.
where it's all like, all right, let's go do this thing. We're in America. Boom, we're dropping off in Germany in 3 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, it's like we're in America now. We're in. I really don't like that.
I think the only time that's acceptable, if there's like, all right, this is a few days later or some shit.
Where they
No,
have
no,
like a
even
time
yeah.
skip.
Even though I just don't like, because a lot of Marvel movies do that.
Yeah.
I agree.
I hate it so, and I hate it because it's like, okay, someone got paid to do that. Someone got
to make
paid
that
to add
transition?
to make a slide transition.
So that I
You
can do
do-
in Word movie maker, Windows Movie Maker 2008.
Yeah, bro, come on, dude. Where's my fucking contract to work? What the fuck? And I hate that so much. That's why I don't like Marvel movies at all.
There's a handful of good ones, but I completely respect your opinion on that. Because there's just some where I'm just like, what the hell is going on?
It's disorienting, honestly. And also, like, I feel like my music. No, what?
No, I just remembered something.
What?
Me and my mom, we watch movies, and she has a Fire Stick, and she has it jailbroken, so we can watch whatever fucking movies we want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on she was on the Marvel binge, right? And we were looking for Iron Man 3, I think. I could be wrong.
It was one of the Iron Man.
It was one of the Iron Man movies.
No, wasn't it one of the Avengers movies?
No, it was one of the Iron Man
Okay.
movies. And then she wanted to try and find an Injustice movie. But, so, we were watching. She was looking through. She's like, I think this is it. And we start watching, and the credits roll. And we're like, okay. And I was like, something feels wrong here.
Oh,
and
God.
it shows Robert Downey Jr. or someone who's supposed to look like Robert Downey
Oh,
Jr.
no.
And he starts talking. I'm like, when in the
No.
fuck did Robert Downey Jr. have green eyes?
No,
Like,
please,
his
no.
beard looks
stop.
weird and shit. And
Please, God, no. I think I ordered the wrong Infinity.
What exactly was it?
Porno. Oh my God.
and my mom.
Oh no.
Give her a sec, guys. She's crying right now.
Oh no.
Dude, I'm so sorry that happened.
Let me tell you something though. My mom was like, what the hell are we watching? And I had to look it up because of course it didn't. I'm like, Mom, you need to turn down the volume. This is a porno. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's a porno. And she's like, hold on, let me see what the fuck is going on.
Oh,
We
no.
watch about 20 minutes of it. And one of the fucking lines was like, hey, I forgot what fucking Iron Man's name's Penny, whatever.
Pepper.
Pepper. He's like, Pepper, my prosthetic limbs feel weird, and she's like, it'll take a minute for them to get calibrated. Here, let me calibrate them for you, and she fucking just goes straight into sucking dick. Like, I'm talking like we get a balls perspective of just straight blood.
I ran away for a
And my
little
mom
bit.
is
I
like,
had
what
to
the
rewatch
fuck?
the scene from Midsummer where the old guy claps in Christian's face and he starts crying.
You do know I love that scene. It's just the wave effect.
The wave effect.
Holy.
Like,
You
uh,
can scare me
what's
to
going
watch
on?
that movie.
Are you good? You got it.
My- and-
tears
and-
running down your sides here.
And the Injustice one wasn't any better because
Did you find another one?
we used to watch. We found two. So there was an Injustice one because she wanted to watch some Injustice, right? And we see these two super sexy looking girls, and one of them is on her knees. She's like, "We have to find Superman," and the one who's standing, she's like, "Yeah, I know." But until then, it's just me and you. She's like, oh, she bites her lip and she's like, and that one was really shitty. Cause it's like,
That one didn't have a good storyline.
Damn,
but
Gabriel,
now,
can we just watch porn and just critique it?
Dude,
Yeah, no, I feel that. No.
I want to go
Um,
back and watch the Iron Man one because it's not Robert Downey Jr. Let me find a picture and I will show you, Gabe, and I may throw it in the Discord depending
I'll
on
be
how
honest,
spicy
I
it
feel
is.
like we
Alright,
should do that.
like,
Let's just find the bottom of the barrel
can
porn and
somebody
just
make,
like
like,
critique it.
Can somebody make an actual NSFW channel so we can post like weird
Yeah, I
shit
got
we
you.
find?
I got you, I
Extra
got you.
spicy memes.
Oh yeah, change extra spicy to
We have
NSFW.
like
Okay, I
three.
got you.
So that way extra spicy can just be the central like NSFW area.
Oh my god.
Alright, there you go.
Avengers.
I kind of
Oh
Finally.
shit, what the fuck?
I just kind of want to like do a thing like where we sit down and like review like porn acting.
Dude, no, we
Like,
should do that. That'd be
'cause
fucking
I
hilarious.
feel like we sit there like we'd obviously have to start with the classic of this isn't the beach, it's a bathtub.
It's a bathtub. Bro, that's 10 out of 10.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
perfect
Actually,
acting. That's peak acting.
no, I'm not gonna lie, it's not that bad. I watched the full thing. It is not that bad. It's just the acting gets you sometimes.
It's
I think
fun.
my favorite.
It's
I think
meant
my
to be
favorite
funny.
acting. Yeah, I think that's a really good part of it. I think one of my favorite ones is all like, "Your brother is doing unspeakable
You forgot my
things to me."
fucking cereal?
You didn't get my
Wait,
fucking cereal?
Have you guys seen the one where it's like in front of my salad? Really?
Oh my god! I was like, really? In front of my salad?
You forgot my fucking cereal?
Yeah, I think that you forgot my fucking cereal is the funniest one.
So, Child Protective Services took my child.
What?
No, you
What?
Iron Man
No one's-
XX.
Damn.
That's what it's
Looks
like.
like I'm about to be the first entry.
I'm scared. Merlin, I'm scared.
13.
Um,
Oh my god, he doesn't even
Nathaniel,
fucking
what was
look
the
like
other
it.
one? Where it
What?
was like, I know you're really into philanthropy.
Okay, there's what Johnny said.
Yeah.
Because I knew. What was it? It was like.
He's like, frankly, I don't care if your brother's okay. He burnt my fucking room down.
You burnt me.
And then he looks down and he's like, no, my stamp cards.
My stamp cards.
My stamp cards or my stamp collection are gone. The girl's like, I know you were really
She's
into
like, I know.
philanthropy.
It's like,
And he's like, first of all, I'm impressed you know that word. Yes, I am into the philanthropy.
That's not philanthropy.
Oh no, it's fuck, what is it?
ask Siri.
Collecting stamps.
It's not Stan.
No, there's a word for it. What
A
are
philatist.
a phila-
A
yeah,
philatist.
philatist.
Oh, hello.
What is but there's a word for people who like collect them.
A philatist.
Well, no, it's like fuck. What is it called? 'Cause
Yeah,
she
I
didn't
got
use
a
that word.
word of
it's
the day.
Is it that?
It's my word of the day.
Philatist.
Okay, yeah.
What is that? I need to look this up a second.
Oh,
Because she said, "I know you're into something," and I don't think it's like you're into philanthropy or
Phil-
some shit.
Ask me, Johnny.
I don't remember, but the point is, he's all like, "I'm surprised you know that word." Yes, I am into this, which is
Is it
a collection
S?
study.
Flatten in us. Is that
No,
what
no,
it's
it's a
called?
PH.
Okay, I found
PH?
I found the video of Child Protective Service.
Oh my god.
Wait.
It's unavailable on Amazon. I can't buy it.
What? Oh,
The Iron Man XXX.
Oh, looks
Wait,
now
like
I'm-
Wait,
now
how do you
I'm
spell it? How do you spell this word?
PH.
It's-
It's like Phil, like PHIL.
Uh-huh.
A.
Philanthropy?
It's not like it's like philately.
Hey Siri,
It's like weird.
what is the study of stamp collecting called?
The study, or is it the
I
hobby?
found this on the web from what is the study of stamp collecting called. Check
Philately.
it out.
Philately.
Yeah. And someone who collects stamps is a philatist.
Yeah. So she's like, "I know you're into like philately or some shit." She says it. She said it's some weird fucking word. And he's like, "I'm really impressed you know that word." And then because his room's burned down, he sleeps in her room, and then they do their business. But yeah, it's. Anyways, my point is, reacting to porn videos and critiquing the acting would be awesome.
Bro, it's.
We can fucking
What?
watch it.
That's it. I'm gonna get.
I found it. I fucking
Oh,
found
you
it.
found it? What is it? Let's hear it.
What'd she say? What'd she say? Oh wait, let me listen.
Okay.
It's philately.
Yeah,
Philately?
philately.
It's philately. Look at it. I'll
Okay.
post it at NSFW. Look at it. Philately.
Okay.
Oh no.
My stamp collection.
Yeah. But yeah, that whole thing was fucking hilarious. All right, let's clear out one more topic and then we'll wrap up the stream.
I'm gonna post the Child Protective Services one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What is because we went off.
Sorry, I'm sorry if you guys heard my dog scared out of my room.
It's all good.
So this. I think we'll save that one for a different one. Favorite vines. That one's by Garrett.
That would be great.
You know, it's weird. Vine. I
have very vague images of vines in my mind because they were such a big thing, and then Vine closed down, and then now it's like we don't really. They're like dated memes now. I think
I know. Me and you want to do a Vine.
We did because we had a good idea for one.
The snail one.
The snail one's like, ew, fucking poor snail, and he just has a seizure on the lawn. God, my favorite Vine. One that always made me laugh was the. It's like, Jared, can you read this?
No, I cannot. What up? I'm Jared. I'm 19 and never learned how to read.
With like the drum beat behind it.
Yeah. It's like, what's up? I'm Jared and I never learned how to fucking read. That one is it's that same person and he's all like, I got diagnosed with cool guy syndrome. Now I take Adderall.
He is okay. Fun facts about that guy: he has a twin brother, and he is gay.
Oh man,
nice.
You know what Vine really gets to me?
Which one?
I do that.
Dude,
I
think that one really gets to
looks like Sebastian.
Yeah, he looks like our friend from a long time ago.
Okay, so that person's
really
actually that's a woman, and she makes music. She's left at London. Yes, and her hair is really cool because it's like half pink, half brown. Okay, the guy who does the so the Adam guy and the hi, welcome to Chili's.
Okay.
Those are two different people.
Oh, I knew
Really?
that.
I didn't know that.
Twin brothers.
Oh, they're brothers?
Oh.
Yeah.
They never look similar to me.
Really?
I've seen those two Vines separately, and those two guys don't look similar to me. So I just figured they were different people. I didn't know they were brothers.
I'm not. Yeah. Now that I'm like in retrospect, I don't think the What Up I'm Jared I'm 19 guy. I don't think he has a twin brother. I must have been mistaken him.
I think a Vine that was really funny was, what the fuck, Richard?
That one's a great one.
What the fuck, Richard?
It's mainly funny because we have somebody named.
Okay, classic. Hey Sherry, you want some? This bitch empty. I hope she knows. She shaped the
You can't sit here.
I can't sit anywhere, Rachel. I have hemorrhoids. Oh.
Oh man.
Hey Afro.
What up?
There's a hund in there.
She was looking at her phone, and as soon as you said that, her eyes shot straight up to the computer. It looks like you aggroed her.
There's hund in there.
What does that translate to, babe? Here, you can whisper it to me.
I don't know.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Then what did you say?
There's hund in there. This bitch empty.
I don't remember. I need to take a refresher German class.
I said this bitch empty.
I know, but the fact that I couldn't remember.
You said like Hunden, and I was like, okay, that means dog. That's like adjacent. Okay, my favorite Vine is there's a bunch of boys sitting around, and there's a corn dog in a styrofoam bowl, and they pour some of that like Monster Ultra Zero into the bowl of the corn dog, and then plugs like he takes his AC adapter and shoves it into the corn dog, and the phone starts charging, and all you hear is the scream.
Oh man, I love
I
the
think
weird ones where they plug shit into weird things and they charge.
I love cursed finds.
Cursed finds are some of my favorite.
Where it's like, you know, walking into the living room and Flamingo's playing, and it's a living room full of shirtless dudes, and they chase the person with the camera. I think those are. You know what I really? King Batch was never funny.
Thank you.
You're not wrong.
I laughed at one of his vines, and everything else was like sometimes a nose exhaled. The only reason I laughed at it is because I saw it as an Undertale meme. And it was Papyrus dropping spaghetti out of his pockets. And that was the only reason I laughed. Because he's just crying. He's like,
the spaghetti.
King Batch is in like a bunch of Netflix things, which is cool, but like he's not a funny person.
Is he trying to be a comedian?
He's just black.
He's just his whole gimmick is that he's black and he does things while black, which is what Kevin Hart does. But Kevin Hart is funny.
Fucking, I can be just as black as King Batch. I'm white. Sorry.
Exactly.
Sorry, that got controversial really fast.
He powdered?
No, I'm deep fried.
Powdered donut?
No, I'm
The stream picking back up.
Get send the picture in Discord.
Wait, no, it's literally on the podcast thing.
I'm deep fried.
He's literally
I have not
deep
checked.
fried. Look, he's in the center, and he is deep fried.
I don't think I took a video.
Also, stream cut out for a little bit, so we're back now.
I'm looking for. I took a small video on my Instagram of me, Mom, accidentally watching the Iron Man XXX.
Oh, do you have the?
I'm looking for it. If I can find it, I will put it in my highlights for like 12 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, actually, there's one more thing that I saw. What is it?
Oh, I found it.
Oh no.
I think I found it.
Oh, this one's a good one to end on.
No, that's not it.
What are character deaths you will never get over?
L. That is all.
Oh.
That is all.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Cade 6 from Destiny.
Cade 6, oh my god. That shit fucked me up. Because he was like the best character.
That's why they got rid of him. They said, oh, he's too funny. He's making us too much money. We gotta get rid of him.
we gotta tone it down.
Y'all ever watched? Okay, I know. This is a shot in the dark. Y'all ever actually like seen the movie The Wrestler?
No.
No.
You told me about it.
It's about a wrestler with a heart condition, and it actually like highlights like what like normal wrestlers actually kind of. But it's like he has a really like bad heart condition, and he's told like he can't continue wrestling, but he still fucking does it, or else he's gonna die. And his finishing move was a diving headbutt. Bless you. It was a diving headbutt off the top rope, and what that is, it's literally you're jumping off the top rope and you're doing a belly flop, except your head kind of hits them in the shoulder.
Oh.
And near their head. But that was his finishing move, and because of his heart condition, he goes on top rope. This is how the movie ends. He fucking dies in the middle of the wrestling, doing his finishing move.
Oh shit.
So you can tell it's the end of the movie. He gets on the top rope. It's slow motion, dramatic camera angles. Cameras are flashing. He's wrestling in Ring of Honor. He goes on the top rope. He does his taunt. He does everyone. It's the finish of the match. It's weird. It's the finish of the match. It's also the finish of his life. And he does the move. He flies through the air, slow motion, and then it cuts to black.
I don't like that. That hits. Ooh, I don't like that.
You have to watch it. It's crazy.
What about you, babe?
character deaths that really fucked me up.
Yeah.
I'm Fox McCloud. My father's dead.
Well, it's not really like a character like death, like she died on stage or died in the show, but more like she was dead. So it's a show called Death Parade, which is such a good short little anime. I really like it. But
Well, I remember when you talk about it.
yeah, I'm gonna kind of spoil it. I will try not to. For those
If you haven't watched Death Parade, tune out of this part.
tune out. But basically, they figure out the girl, what happened to her, because her memories were gone. And the arbiter, he like sets up this whole thing, be like, look, it's your mom, she loves you, she misses you, it's okay that you're here. And she's like, I want to go back home. And so he sends her away to be reincarnated, but I don't want to say he fell in love with her, but
Cared about her too
he
much.
cared about her a lot, way more than he should have for his job. And so it wasn't that she died, it was that she was reincarnated and she left. And that it fucking hurt. Because it was just like, you can't be here.
I think the character death that's affected me the most was Dominic Santiago from Gears of War. Because throughout the entire, people who haven't played up to the third Gears game, like, what the fuck have you been doing? Like, if you don't know about this, you're too late.
I'm so sorry.
What?
I went back and I looked at the thing, and there's just a fucking explosion.
What is this?
It's,
Is that from the...
It's the porno.
Oh, boy.
But he just drives, and then...
Oh man.
It's just an explosion.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I killed the mood. My bad.
Dude, I killed the movie. I just watched it. God damn.
What?
I just watched the ending of the movie again. Oh, fuck. Dude, and it sucks too. Dude, like, oh my god, I can't get. I fuck. You don't even have to be a wrestling fan to understand what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's a movie that sort of exposes the business, but it's also a movie that makes you like appreciate like the art of it of wrestling.
Yeah.
So this I gotta have to talk about it. I'm sorry. The dude can barely move anymore. He's wrestling and he can barely function. He goes for a head scissors off the corner, and it's like the dude taking the move has to do all the work. It's like, God, and then like, oh my, I would highly recommend watching The Wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
I would highly recommend watching. It's crazy. And then whenever you see me wrestle, you can be like, oh, Nathaniel could possibly kill himself. That's fun.
Please don't die.
That's what they say every time I climb a ladder. Please don't die. Please don't. They chant it.
Did they do that in your last show?
No, I never climbed a ladder, but I hope I don't die every time.
That's what you think of yourself.
Yeah, that's in my mind. They're chanting. I got on the middle rope one time.
How was that?
And everyone was like, please don't die. And because it was my first time going on the middle rope, and then this one lady in the crowd was like, no, flip! I think I was just showing Dawn was at that show, and he was like, don't tell him to do a flip!
Yeah,
I did
that's
a
when
flip.
the fucking spring collapsed.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that show.
That show.
And I bounced off the ring. Can we just watch? Can we just watch me getting fucked up?
Not on this stream.
Oh.
Another time.
You say that,
We're
and
gonna wrap it up.
You're gonna forget about it. And I'm gonna be really sad. I'm gonna bring it up every stream now.
No, we'll do it. That or on just its own separate thing.
Oh.
Alright, well, we're gonna wrap up the stream now. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys...
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, it's awesome. Always awesome having you guys on.
What Elliot said.
Yeah, it's always a great time. Can't wait till this quarantine is lifted because I miss fucking seeing people.
I feel that.
But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed being here. I had a lot of fun today. Any final remarks for the stream, guys?
Koala man.
Koala man. If you like what we talk about, consider liking and subscribing and turning on the notification bell so you know when we do podcasts, so you can come be a part of the stream. You know. What else do you have to do? Please subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Like.
Also, don't forget to like the subreddit.
Tell your
Follow the
friends.
subreddit.
Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors.
Tell your grandmother.
Please share out the podcast. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.